So every year that I've been on YouTube, I've tried to do a live stream the week leading up to Halloween in honor of a good friend of mine who I served with in the military, who was found murdered. They found his body on Halloween in 2006, but they say his body could have been in there for up to 6 days. Certain life events have happened this year. I wasn't able to make that happen this year, and even though I've got about a week before Halloween, it's not going to happen. But I had this other idea. I wanted to do something, and I need to put a video out there. My first year on YouTube, I did a video that was kind of about it. I just want to come out here and give you some of the facts. I've actually emailed years ago a couple of true crime people on YouTube like, hey, would you mind covering this case? So I thought, somebody with a following, and this was before I was on YouTube, could get this out there, and didn't happen. It seemed like nobody was interested, and I've said this before, the case is vanishing from the internet. It has been, again, that was 2006, it's 2020, it's been 14 years. As far as I know, there's no information and the case is cold. Now, I've been meaning to call the police department in New Orleans to see if I can get information on this, but again, with everything going on in life right now, that's not relevant to this particular video. Not been able to make that happen. So, about the only thing that is known is that from this article, I'm just going to read from this article. It says, authorities say Patrick Turner was a 42-year-old just beginning a new life after 20 years in the Navy. That is true. He retired while we were in Okinawa. It says detectives have developed a male suspect and that the motive may have had sexual undertones. I've heard that about this case. There's no signs of forced entry, so they figure it was somebody he knew or maybe somebody he just met. I've heard the theory that he might have met somebody at a bar and they went back to his dorm room to get it on, more or less. So that I've read this to other people or shown to them. They've always asked, so was he gay? I don't know. The man never said that to me, though I always kind of got that impression that he might be gay or bi, but he never specifically told me, so I don't have an answer. I want to be like, well, he gave off that vibe, but my mother to her dying day swore that I gave off that vibe too, and that's completely not true. So that could be what happened in this case. But at the same time, Patrick was, again, the type of guy who would go out of his way to help somebody, whether it was somebody he knew or a total stranger. I mean, like I said, I mismanaged my money on one occasion. He had won like $300 at a casino, and he was just like, here, take it. It's free money anyway. Like, I would have been good if he had let me borrow $20 and I paid him back on payday, but he gave me the full $300. He's like, it's yours, it's good. So he was the type of super nice guy who would have just tried to help somebody out. Keep in time, this is New Orleans. This is right after Katrina, so it could have been something sexual. It could have been absolutely not. He was just trying to help somebody in need because he was just that type of a person. This happened at Benville Hall at the University of New Orleans sometime within that last week of October. Police say whoever strangled Patrick Turner in that room also stole his wallet, his cell phone, and his car, and that he had been strangled from behind. So, yeah, that's it. That's all the information. 14 years that I've ever been able to gather. And again, there was a page on Web Sleuths. I don't know if it's still up. I will check, and I will link that in the description if it is still available. It said, at least it used to say on there, I don't know if somebody might have edited the post, that Patrick was a former Navy chaplain. This is a very popular misconception. We were not chaplains. We were religious program specialists. We would assist the chaplains and also work as their bodyguards when they go out with the Marines. But everybody always, even in the military, it's like a little known job, at least when I was still in. And a lot of times people would just, like they call the corpsman doc. They just refer to us as like a chaplain. And so it's a common misconception. And even now that I'm out, it's easier to tell people, you were a chaplain than you were the chaplain's assistant, because people don't seem to understand that. That's even actually got me to get the local Jehovah's Witnesses to stop coming by here when I told them I was a former Navy chaplain. They don't come by my house no more. But yeah, that's all there is to Patrick's story, or the end of his story anyway. Let's try and get this out there, get some information. If I do get the chance, I will try and contact the police department in New Orleans, because this has bothered me for 14 years. And for all I know, it's just never come out, and maybe they didn't get the guy and he's sitting in jail. Or there's always a possibility in a case like this that they got him on some other case and he's in jail or dead, and I just don't know because they never owned up to this particular crime. So, not the most happy video today, but I had to do something for him. That man will always be ingrained with Halloween for me, not just because of his murder. I told the story about him giving me and Luca the money to go buy those kids Halloween candy, and then we completely forgot about it. Man, you know, for somebody that I hadn't talked to in 14, 15 years, and only knew for a short time, and he was just such a great, dynamic person. I think the world really lost somebody with his murder. So anyway, the link for the web sleuths will be in the description if it's there, and there should be the link in that article to like all the other articles out there. Thanks for watching.